Yo, it's Destructo coming at you guys raw. Hey, this is a valuable endeavor that Mamacita, best camera girl in the whole wide world, is helping me out with. Because I owe megasimon999 a contest entry. And I'm cutting it down to the wire. I think it's November 5th it's due, and it's already, even though it's the AM's, honey, what is it, 2nd? Bro, I'm going to get it up. I'm also going to tag some crew members. You know, and they don't have to, obviously it's short notice, so they don't have to get it in for your contest. But, you know, I really appreciate you guys start tagging. Reason for it is because even though we have lived in cold weather climates our lives, and we've prepared as such, we have just started becoming responsible. Because my wife tells me so. And I don't mind admitting it. There's a brain and a brawn. I'm not the brains of the outfit. You guys might have guessed that. I heard the heckle and jekyll back there again. I ain't even getting upset about that. Hey, by the way, did you check out the awesome shave job? I was watching a little too much Motorhead, you know, and Lemmy from Motorhead got inspired. What do you think? I didn't want to get rid of all of it, but get to the point. Simon's over there going, dude, get to the point, Structo. I hear you, brother. I hear you. It's taken me a while. Too much ranting, too much raving. Let's get to it. There's stipulations. I did not get the gear totally out of the trunk of our vehicle. Common gear in the vehicle. You got paper towels. You got obviously jumper cables, and you got shovel. My shovel of choice is a Glock field shovel. Folds up tight, small, and the thing is extremely awesome with a extendable handle. I have literally dug out my whole car, Mamacita, and then dug out a plow truck that tried coming to Knight in Shining Armor Save Us and got his butt stuck. Not joking, right, Mama? Broke her kneecap over that whole ordeal. That's 8 hours of our life we'll never get back because the Glock shovel helped out, saved the day. It's no joke. It's a long story. But from here, so there's certain things. Obviously, my cold steel machete stays in the trunk. There's my cold weather jumpsuit. I take that in and out if I'm, you know, got to play out in the snow with the girls. Or last night, if I'm doing trick or treating out in the freezing cold, I'm wearing my jumpsuit. It's a ski-mobile suit, or work suit, whatever you call it. It's a one-piece jumpsuit. That stuff stays there. There's other things. When I was a fatso at 315 or 18 pounds, I wore triple and quadruple X shirts. Well, some of that stuff's, you know, you roll up a sweatshirt, throw it in the trunk for Mamacita. Yeah, it looks like you know, a moo-moo on her. But if she's freezing to death, she don't care. Right, Mama?
That's right.
All right, Mamacita. She's laughing back there because she called it a moo-moo. To the point. You want to know about the bag? Well, when we start talking about bags, a lot of this has to be talked about first. In my coat, this is my winter coat, I have 2 sets of gloves, 2, what do they call these things? Not watch, beanies. Beanies, watch caps, stocking caps, freaking things for your head. But, you know, I got a set, you know, a spare. Obviously, I'm still wearing one. So I just have one here. I have another set of gloves, you know, in each one. I also will carry in my jacket a spare multi-tool. These things always come in great, but you won't see a secondary, or in this case, a tertiary multi-tool in my summer carry ever, because it just doesn't happen. Also, this is a big thing when we get into face masks, stuff like that, and you have an awesome facial hair system like myself. That's right. I only have a little ego. You have to carry around one of these. Not just for the knife. The knife on these things are stupid. I'm not really, I don't mean that. I mean, it's sharp. I can shave hair with it. But you need these little scissors because, and even the tweezers in there, because if you get a hair from your mustache going up your nose, it kills you. And you got the face mask on there, dude. Once it gets that way, man, the only way to fix it is to clip it or pluck it. You got to have these things in cold weather gear. Destructo tip of the day. Call it as such. You have to have some kind of scissors, because I'm telling you right now, when you got that thing and you can't get it out, you pull out your EDC knife, you're going at it with a 0 tolerance. My wife yells at me. So, you got to have a small pair of scissors. Got it. Or tweezers. That being said, there's a hat on the other side, there's a pair of gloves on the other side. My bag. This is what you want to know. I take a fleece blanket that has a hair elastic, because the girls need hair elastics at random times. Around it, holding it in tight. I grab my bag. This is for any kind of extended trip, anything without walking distance, or in my case, hobbling distance, back to my humble abode. If it's beyond walking distance to the castle of Destructo, we get the bag involved. As far as the bag involved, I have a LED headlamp, just quick tied to the outside. It's just a simple loop system. Go right around the handle. This is nothing special. It's just on off. I clip to the outside a logistics bag, a food bag. I know this is taking a little longer than you want, but what we have in here is 5 of the Nature Valley bars. What these are, 2 bars are 190 calories, and 60 calories of that are from fat. It's a good caloric intake, but these breakfasts on the go, they're a little thinner. We just eat a lot of these. When the girls want a snack, we get them. And these are 200. Where are we at here? What was I looking for? Oh, 180 and then 70 from fat. So, and then there's another one that's 200. And then for the water, which I carry water in my travel bag, and I got a story for it. But these are, 5 calories per serving. So not very much. What they give you here is a little boost. We used to go with Gatorade. My wife told me to get Crystal Light. We're gonna try it out. I think. Didn't you say these last longer than the Gatorades? I don't remember. From there, on the outside, each side of my pocket, I got a lighter. So there's 2 disposable Bic lighters. And from there, we start going inside. Inside compartments, there's my med kit. My wife put this together. It's packed tight. There's 1 extra bottle of hand sanitizer just went flying. I got tissues. Girls always need tissues. They're not like boys. They don't use their sleeves. A little package of wet wipes. A little bar of soap, Q-tips, dental floss, lip balm, good stuff, Band-Aids, all kinds of stuff in there. My wife packed it tight. Got your aspirins, got your Advils, got your Tylenols, acetaminophen, whatever they call those. You want to say it, honey?
That's right.
You got your sting relief is in here too. Our daughter has this affliction with getting stung by flying insects. it was funny like the first 2, 3, maybe even 4 times. After that, we just started packing specialized gear for it. Right, baby? In here also, I got my secondary Glock field knife, no saw. This one has a reprofiled edge. This one is more fighter base, can still be used for utilitarian tasks. And I think I have 8 16.9 fluid ounce, so 17 ounce bottles of water in there. At the bottom, there's a few more things like a quick fire kit, so forth and so on. Also, I have a couple pairs of socks. If you've ever been cold with wet feet, it's because your socks are wet. You do not want to have wet socks in the winter time. Get it fixed. Carry some extra socks. And a couple extra pairs of gloves / mittens. If you need fine motor skills, you use your fine motor skills when you do. I got the other glove in the bottom here. Use your fine motor skills and then get your gloves on so you have the mitten hands again. Get your fingers warmed back up. A sterno and I forget what these things are called, but it's basically a fire kit. I'm trying not to take all the water out because I don't think it's necessary. You guys know what water looks like, especially when they're in little bottles. But what this is trioxane. That's a word I couldn't think of. I got a couple of these down at the bottom to heat up. Because we do throw into our kit, we do throw in oatmeal with raisins. From there, skipping over this pocket because this is a self-defense pocket. Actually, there's I can open up a little bit. I don't have anything in there right now except for a surefire light because we're in a state where we have to keep everything secure unless we're on a person. So what happens is when I get ready, I take my gun, I take everything, I put it in here. I got my surefire with the 120 lume LED, or no, 180 lume LED emitter. We'll get that after. And I have a what are these called? A battery holder. It splits apart. You got 8 spare batteries. I also have my very first. I might have to open this up. My very first Spyderco Endurer in here. It's probably my favorite Spyderco that I like the least. Only reason why it's my favorite Spyderco is because of sentimental value. It's my first Spyderco Endura, Seki City, Japan. This is the Oz 6 stainless. Thing is ridiculously sharp, but it's one of those things. The weight ratio of this knife is heavy, and it's probably one of the very few knives that I purposely carry tip down because it literally stays as its own as a bag knife. So I stuck it in. Other than that, backup lighting system. That's it. So from there, moving along, because this is kind of like no fun stuff involved. Got a Altoids with Altoids in them. If you haven't been stranded with kids for a long time, mints are mint. Like how I did that? Winter time, cold weather bag. Once again, girls don't like using their sleeves. A little package of Kleenex. Obviously, we can help use that for fire starting. Obviously, we can use that for side of the road emergencies. You know what I'm saying? The kind that you need a bush, you know. Number 1. too, type of thing. Because I cannot figure out Brother John, I cannot figure out your emergency leash right now. This is my emergency leash for now. All it is a old shoestring. What I do is I tie a permanent loop on one end, and I go through, and it's only about 4.5 feet of string, maybe 5 foot of string. But I use this as my emergency dog leash because I'm an owner that doesn't like leashing his dog. Matter of fact, my dog doesn't even have her collar on right now. And you know, we'll jump in the car and go for a ride. So there's your 3 foot maybe of leash, and then if I go somewhere where I have to, or I break down or whatever, I can just simple leash. Remember, we make a P for puppy, so it doesn't choke her and stay choking. If you go the opposite way, you pull it, it'll stay cinched, it'll choke your dog. I don't know why the suntan lotion's in there, but sunscreen is in there. I must not have taken it out from the summer. Wet ones, kids, especially when you have the single digits. My 2-year-old, wet ones are a big important thing, and of course 9-year-olds when they're trying to stay pretty, need to, and their sisters touch them. 25 foot of paracord. That stuff has saved our bacon more than once, especially when we have to lash something to the roof of the car. Electrical tape. Electrical tape, in my opinion, is better than duct tape, just for the simple fact of cold weather. That's all we're talking about. I'm not talking about the performance-wise. In cold weather, electrical tape works better. From what I've seen. Little memo pad. When you have a memory like myself, you need to be able to write down information. Gum. I don't even have to tell you about that. Secondary multi-tool. Another Gerber. It's the way it is. It's just a multi-tool. And it needs a little oil on it, as you've seen. Another hand sanitizer. Do not want bird flu, and we don't want the H1N1. That's the way it goes. This little thing here is a fantastic thing. It's just a bit set. 33 pieces. Uses your driver. If you do not have something to put it in, you can go ahead and use your multi-tool. Get the torque you need. It's great. I love this thing. I actually use this a lot. So much so I ended up buying a little tiny driver set to put in the bag, and I put the dang driver down. Another partial bottle of hand sanitizer. Also uses as fire starter. Anyway, I put the dang screwdriver down, and I can't find a thing. I need to ask my 2-year-old where she put it, but I can't remember. Just a standard little nut driver set. I use this a lot. I don't even take them out. I put it in, and I use this to torque it. If it's more than that, I'm using the wrong tool. An old Swiss Army type knife. It's got it doesn't have scissors in it, but I got the tweezers in there and the toothpick. If I don't have my scissors, the hairs get plucked. Running out of time, running out of everything. Real quick, finishing it up. You got a few coins in the bottom. I'm thinking, coins, pennies, dimes, quarters. Throw them in. Other than that, Simon, I hope this didn't stink. Important. When the wind gets up and it's real cold outside, you're getting negative teens, and then adding, with the wind chill factor. I like these Wiley X. You can put them on, especially when you don't have your ears exposed. You don't have a place to put your glasses on. You put the bands over your head. This works great. You can cinch it down, especially if you need to use it for kids. You can change the side real quick, or if it's for my wife, we can customize the fit real quick. Other than that, hey Simon, I hope this helps out. I hope someone, obviously, all this gear stuffed into a bag. You get guys that say their cold weather gear can fit inside this Altoids kit or their 72-hour kit. I'm not one of those guys, because I am low man on the totem pole as far as my concerns are. I have my wife and I have my girls. Even the dog comes before me. So from there, I hope it helps. I know there's a lot of gap in my space, but there are, like I said, some tools still in the trunk of the car, along with gear in the trunk of the car. But also remember, we don't leave the house when it's cold or expect to be cold out without proper attire on. Unless you look at me running out in the morning. Sometimes I'm still wearing my tactical flip-flops. But I got socks on. Look it. I got my tactical socks and my tactical flip-flops. For now, it's Destructo saying thanks for your time. Appreciate your view. And I want to see Romeo Delta 1178. I'm tagging you, bro. I want to see your cold weather bag. We, especially in the area, we need to get on the bag and show them how it's done. Also, I'm going to change things up. tacgearguy, if you want to get involved, I know that the power outages on the East Coast are affecting you. So I want to see Brother JC. I would love to see what a hardened, experienced person like yourself throws into a cold weather gear bag. Thanks for your time, guys. megasimon999's. Appreciate it. Out!